Okay, people, welcome to Wrestling's Big Mouth, and your host today is the architect, Andrew Rayner. And unfortunately, today I've got to be with
This
Ozzy.
dickhead.
And I'll tell you why I said that, because last week he called me a dickhead like 10 seconds in the intro.
So yeah, Panda with the dickhead architect here.
But anyway, people, we are talking about this weekend in the WWE and anything in pro wrestling. So, first of all, we're going to pretty much start off like with Monday Night Raw. So, Panda, tell us what you thought
Of Monday
of Raw
Night
this
Raw.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, when I watched it, I was just uninterested because I knew pretty much what was gonna happen. But probably the best thing that happened was the Asuka versus Bailey match, which I think of those two is probably the best match these two have had in the main roster like ever. And it doesn't compare to the NXT match, of course, but it was pretty decent. Roman won, obviously. Who the fuck even thought he was gonna lose? Come on, let's be honest here. Fucking what else happened? Alexa Bliss called Kurt Angle a sexist, and then
Well, that was a good angle to go with, to be fair, because
which made sense.
that's something Roman needs to carry on with. Because if he's going to get any people behind him, he needs to start slating Brock for like being a part timer, not caring about the WWE and the universe kind of thing. Because everyone's been wanting to say this for like years about Brock Lesnar, but no one said it. And then like she said it, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, it was to Kurt Angle, which she said it to, but yeah, it's because Kurt Angle won't put it into a championship match until like now or something like that. It was something like that. I mean, yeah, and Raw was boring, man.
Honestly, I thought it was better. I think it was 10 times better than Raw 25.
Well,
10.
obviously.
Like the Braun versus Roman match generally was good. People were chanting, "This is awesome," and that was the first match of the night. And like again, people say Roman can't wrestle.
Listen, yeah, I know you're a huge Roman fan, but Roman, it's just too predictable. I want WrestleMania to be over with, so WWE isn't so predictable anymore. Because when watching it, you can just tell what's gonna happen. Except in SmackDown, what happened in SmackDown was literally unpredictable and was like, it was actually quite cool. It was weird as well. Like, have you noticed, like, in SmackDown, they're doing like this next, like, you know how YouTube bloggers always put like little words at the bottom of the screen and stuff when they're talking? Why are they
Yeah.
doing that in SmackDown? Like, that is so weird.
Yeah, but we need to blame people like Dave Meltzer because he has the inside scoop for people like all the WWE and stuff. So like as soon as he hears something like, "Oh, this is gonna happen," and it's just like that's what ruins it.
Well, what ruins WWE?
No, but just in generalization, like I'd love to know how these board meetings go. Like when they're planning for the future, they're like, well, "Okay, well, we're gonna give this person a push. Whatever you do, guys, don't tell anyone because we want to keep it a surprise." And then everyone fucking knows about it. How does that work?
Just does. That's how wrestling is nowadays. You just have to just fuck with like Dave Mercer and people like that continuously until they don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like Rey Mysterio's return at the Royal Rumble. No one knew what the fuck like that was gonna happen. That happened and he got a huge pop.
People made rumors that was going to happen, but they're rumors. That's cool, but it's just like when you've got people like who worked in the wrestling industry, they probably got inside scoop. And that's how things just fuck up.
Fair enough, fair enough. But back to Raw. So you've watched Raw, right?
I
So
did.
what did you think of the whole Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy feud continuing? That was such a disappointed.
They've ruined it. Like they could have had something good there, but they kind of like they've already had loads of matches and stuff, and they've been going at it. But it's kind of it should have been like they should have they shouldn't have been basically fighting yet. They should have just been like calling each other out and stuff. If they're gonna build it like it should be built, it's like but they've already had like 2 or 3 matches, and the matches have been like 2 or 3 minutes each, and it's just like meh.
Do you think Brother Nero is gonna return at like wherever the blow-off match is gonna be? I think it's gonna be WrestleMania. Do you think Brother Nero, which is Jeff Hardy, returns? And
I hope they don't. I hope they keep Jeff in the same format because obviously Matt does well with what he has. Like his gimmick was in TNA and stuff, and he built that himself. I think he should keep it. Like for me, Jeff has kind of always been that punk rocky kind of guy. I think if they keep Jeff the way he is, I think that'd be better.
well, instead of turning him into Brother Nero. Okay, fair enough. And what else happened on Raw? Well,
I just think if put him,
sorry.
it's just gonna go shit.
What did you say? What?
Oh, is it your dodgy mic again?
My dodgy mic, your dodgy mic. My mic is amazing.
But no, I don't think they should kind of make him to be Brother Nero. I think Jeff Hardy is like the guy that you'll know and love at the beginning of his career. You know, like that is Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I guess that is true still. But what else happened on Raw? Fucking your favorite person, Bailey, taking on fucking Asuka.
Bailey, I've got nothing against Bailey, but I haven't really said that I'm a hugger, or you know.
But no, what did you think of the match? Honestly, in my opinion, I thought it was the best match that either of them have had in the main roster since they've been on the main roster. It was so good. I loved every moment of it. The near fall after near fall was just amazing.
This is my kind of take on like you know when you're in NXT in a minute. I've got the reputation of having like 5-star matches and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Personally, at the end of the day, if you think about it, when you're in NXT, you're pretty much fighting for your existence. Not only on NXT, but trying to prove yourself to be on the main roster, right?
Oh yeah, basically.
So, I think Triple H kind of you have to go and prove yourself on NXT. But you think about it, you can't put their matches the same kind of level on the WWE pay because once you're in the WWE proper, you're working constantly 24/7, 7 weeks. You can't push your body that maximum limit where you would be on NXT, and that's what people don't understand. Like, what these 5-star performances on NXT but don't do on Raw?
Well, it's because you know what? I think they just get lazier and lazier each time. If you want to see someone who pushes his body like hard every single time, look at fucking AJ Styles. The guy goes in on every single match he's in, but like.
Yeah, I've got a thing for Roman Reigns, man. You and fucking AJ Styles, right? You'd fucking love it if you got him in the if you were put in the Styles Clash, wouldn't you?
Well, if I was put in the Styles Clash, if you do that move, you are.
Love it.
Yo, listen, the Styles Clash is probably one of the coolest looking moves. Behind, you know what? In my top 3 finishes, the top one is the One Winged Angel by Kenny Omega. It's fucking amazing. And number 2 has to be the Styles Clash because it's just cool. And number 3, you won't like this, but I think the Batista Bomb is just amazing.
Well, yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah, the sit down power bomb is just cool as hell. I thought Undertaker's move was badass as well for a while, but like I've seen people do it better. Somehow that Undertaker's the one who pretty much made the move amazing, popular, and I think he actually created that move of the power driver, like a safer power driver, pretty much.
I think with certain superstars now, their finishes, they kind of people like it. It's like the RKO, but you know, remember? I think it was Survivor Series a couple of years ago when Roman speared Shane when he came off the top rope. Man, that was hard to watch.
I know Shane looked like he actually died. I swear.
That was just like, bam.
I was like, what the... Did he just die? Because, didn't Randy Orton go all the way to Shane's kids and just go like, your dad's fine and stuff?
Yeah.
Bruh, you know that shit went down when even Randy Orton is concerned. And that guy's the laziest person.
No, I think he caught him more in the chin when he was coming down. Like, his head went back. It must have been whiplash or a knock on the chin because that's what the sort of blow was. But man, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, his head did bounce off the thing at the mat, so I think he got a concussion of that or something, which is so lucky because that looked like his neck just snapped out of his socket and stuff. He looked so fucked up. It was so hard to watch, man. But now that we know he's fine, it's kind of a nice reminisce in a way. And ever since that day, I swear Roman Reigns' spear has changed. Or is it just me? Cause
No, I think like his best kind of spears are the ones when he runs down the ring and like I remember when he did Rusev, man. Look, he just like came like a train and like Rusev was standing there. And the next minute, Rusev's like halfway across the arena. He makes his spear look amazing, to be fair. And the spear is just kind of some average kind of move, but it looks so intense.
true, but no one can ever do a better spear than what is Taz? Taz had the best spear back in the day. WC, what is it called? Extreme something. I forgot what it's called now. You know where it's Sabo and all those people were. The Extreme Championship race, ECW. That's it, ECW. Taz had the best spear. What was it? Back to Raw. So my boy Finn Balor and the Balor Club be pushed, and I'm so fucking happy about that.
Oh, come on.
What? Like, listen, I've been waiting for Finn's
sorry,
push.
the WWE Universe, right? I've got their dream match, right? And now they probably want Balor to, like, instead of Reigns for the Universal Championship.
Actually, no, I would love to see that. If that happened, I don't give a shit. I will fly to America and watch WrestleMania live.
There's no point in watching Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor because he made AJ Styles look an average wrestler when he was wrestling. There's no point.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to make Finn look like an average wrestler because it's fucking Finn. Like it's like making what's his name again? What's his name again? You know that cocky guy who like disappeared for like 2 months and then just came back to wrestling casually. Like he dropped the United States champion.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler. It's like making Dolph Ziggler look tame. Fucking.
They messed up Dolph Ziggler. Like everyone was like waiting for his appearance to come back, and he only lasted like 2-3 minutes in the Rumble. I was like, what is the point in that?
I know, it's kind of sad on Dolph. Everyone's been pretty much telling Dolph to just leave WWE and go to the Indies because like, I think he will thrive in the Indies, man. But in WWE, they just don't give a shit about him. They really don't.
I don't know. Like, well, they obviously did because he was World Heavyweight Champion and he's won quite a few belts. You don't know what happens backstage, but
didn't he have again with John Cena? Like a while back, him and John Cena didn't like each other, and then his career just started going downhill to like mid-card level, and then he just never picked up from there. So another career that John Cena fucked up. Like,
what? So like, I don't know. Like, it's people's attitudes. That's the thing with Seth Rollins before he came to like WWE. Well, he was in NXT. Like people saying his attitude. He would have been up in WWE way before, but his attitude. I think his attitude is based a lot
on.
Well, in the sense, like, if you have the right attitude and willing to like learn and take new directions and stuff, like I think you'll go far. But like, you have this attitude of like, fuck it, I'm better than everyone else. Like, you ain't gonna do fuck all.
True, but still, like, that could work because Velveteen Dream, fucking the most amazing. Velveteen. Fuck you. Listen. Velveteen is gonna be huge. I would live and die by those words. But like, Velveteen Dream is a cocky. Like everyone says, is cocky as hell. That's how he can pull off half the shit he does. But he's like that type of cocky which you don't mind. If you know what I mean. It's not like.
He needs to learn to do his craft in the ring because when he was in the last pay-per-view, he fucked up a couple of moves against Cassius Ohno.
Yeah, but Oh no, Honor is like a legend, so he pretty much
Yeah,
carried him.
but at the end of the day, if he's got the potential. Like he has, he's pretty much halfway there. He has the crowd in the palm of his hands. He has to hone his crafting.
Yeah,
But that's yeah, but he should be already homing his crafting already because you're the guy that goes to Performance Center. You do the NXT things every day of the week. You should be fucking nailing it.
yeah. But remember, he's legit. He started wrestling, like literally started wrestling 3 years ago, and he's already at this point.
But he's already fucked because you like him and you got the jinx.
Fuck you. Like I said, yeah, I'm not a fucking jinx.
You are a jinx. Okay, let's have a look at your record today.
Again.
Yeah, let's have a look again because you seem to think there's no conspiracy. Seth Rollins. What happened with Seth Rollins? He had a career knee injury and he hasn't been the same since. Enzo Amore. You loved Enzo Amore. And then he kind of hooked up with an ugly hooker.
Fuck's sakes, man. That's two. Wow. Two.
What was the other one you liked? Finn Balor, Finn Balor can't get over to save his life.
Ambrose. Shinsuke is he's going to the main event of the second to main event. Why?
Breaking news: Nakamura is not going to be fighting tonight. Failed a drug test.
Really?
No, I was being sarcastic.
Ah, I was about to fucking say what?
So it's going to happen to AJ Styles soon as well. Do you love AJ Styles?
AJ Styles retiring in 2 years, so like he's going soon. He's already a greatest of all time. Everyone says he is. So
I hope they do the Bullet Club thing with him.
yeah, they've only got 2 years left, so they need to do it quick or before he retires, obviously.
But going back to your thing about the women's championship match, like I think like Bayley and the Oscar match was good. I think they need to kind of make Bayley more serious competitor. Like she can still be, Bayley, but when she gets in the ring, she needs to be a bit more badass.
Like in NXT, basically.
Yeah.
In NXT, the reason Bayley was loved because she had the hugs and shit, and she was like John Cena pretty much outside the ring, but inside the ring, this girl would just go in. But now they just like they saw that this she has the kids on the side. We need to make her a softer fighter, and it's like you're ruining the character just by doing that.
Let her do what she needs to do. Like let her do a promo work, be nice and all that. When she gets to the ring, bam. It's just like
yeah.
But I liked how when they made the Elimination Chamber match, everyone was like, Nia Jax, why isn't Nia Jax? Oh yeah, Nia Jax is going to be facing Asuka for the number. Like, if she wins, she gets an opportunity to fight at WrestleMania. I'm thinking,
well, we all know Nia's not going to win.
I'm sorry, but like people say, Roman gets pushed. Asuka's at the minute gets pushed down people's throat. It's kind of like Aleister Black is pretty much the face of NXT.
Yeah, but listen, you speaking about this last week, so I've not really watched Asuka outside WWE at all. I've only watched like one match of hers, so I want to check out Asuka. And I swear to you, she's probably one of the best female wrestlers ever. Like
she's good. Don't get me wrong, she's entertaining. We're not disputing that. But when people have the audacity to be like Roman Reigns gets this. When the fuck has Roman Reigns ever having a 500-day unbeaten thing? He hasn't. Asuka gets that, and everyone's like, Asuka's great!
Because she is great. No one is truly ready for Asuka. Asuka used to fight used to fight in like...
I'm sorry, if Nia Jax and Asuka had a proper fight, Nia Jax would wipe the fucking floor with her.
Let's be honest, size doesn't really matter when it comes to fighting. Look at Brock Lesnar and Braun. Braun is like twice the size of Brock, pretty much. And
I'm sorry, I would bet
what?
Nia Jax over Asuka.
You bet Nia Jax over Asuka. I'll bet Asuka over Nia Jax. I'll say it right now. Asuka is a trained MMA fighter. You don't forget that, and Nia Jax isn't. So like, one wrong move, now he'll be on the floor tapping out.
But seriously, like they need to like sort that out. Same with Alice, I'm surprised Adam Cole is allowed. He hasn't got to Triple H and was like, "Come on, let me at least win one match against Aleister Black. Let's make this interesting." Like both time Aleister There is no point in that whatsoever.
Yeah, they are building up Aleister. Yeah, but I think the blow-off match for Aleister Black actually losing will be at NXT Takeover. The one right before WrestleMania, the WrestleMania weekend one. I think that's where he's gonna lose. Of,
Doubt.
of course, NXT is gonna be better than whatever. What?
You're probably like a 5,000 day undefeated thing, and that'll go to the WWE.
Nah, I genuinely think it's gonna get defeated on the WrestleMania weekend. And of course, the NXT Takeover is gonna be better than WrestleMania because NXT is just better than WWE. They just produce the best matches. They make the best characters.
I don't know if it'd be better than WrestleMania this year because I generally think they're gonna. I think Daniel Bryan's coming back for a match against Shane McMahon.
That'll be insane. Yeah, but it's still like you said, yeah. Roman Reigns has got a whole lot to carry if he has to follow. What is it? Daniel Bryan versus Shane. Possibly Undertaker versus John Cena.
No,
I'm still sticking to that.
I want to see it.
And Shinsuke versus.
It's not benefiting anyone.
Yeah, but that'll be
I'm being
pretty
nice
amazing.
guy. Like seeing the Undertaker for the last 2 years at WrestleMania, he can't do it. He physically can't do it.
Yeah, he needed hip surgery. Now he's got it.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be bouncing around this year or anything like that. Like, literally, he can't. If you saw him against Roman the other year, like when Roman,
I did.
he couldn't barely catch up with that kind of thing. Like, there is no point in putting Undertaker in that thing because at the end of the day, it's not benefit. Have the Undertaker there by all means, but.
But like, what you just want him to come here as like, what The Rock does, just comes in for a bit, says hi, bye.
Have the Undertaker as the host of WrestleMania this year or something like that.
Oh no, that he doesn't. That character could not work as a host. What the fuck? He says like 2 words. That's it.
Okay, it's very hard for you. You very rarely see the Undertaker like out of a wrestling ring, like in the WWE. But like after this year WrestleMania, like the aftermath of it, and he was like talking about it. I generally think he's done.
He's just done. Maybe he is, because I don't think he can do anything else. He's pretty much done more than anyone could ever imagine.
Go out and be like, I'm the guy that retired the Undertaker.
That's just promo work. But anyways,
But
we're getting off. Huh?
Fans hate that when he says that.
Fair enough. Well, we're getting off track. Let's talk about SmackDown Live.
Wait, we haven't finished Raw yet, mate. We didn't talk about tag team things.
The tag team things.
Well, yeah, the kind of there's the scope with kind of Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins last match.
Oh yeah. Basically, well, it was a decent match against with the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. But Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins are gonna have a WrestleMania match. I can say it right now because it's been built up for too long to not happen. Especially after Jason Jordan pretty much fucked what's his name? Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
I think it's going to happen at Elimination Chamber, to be fair, because there's one more spot at Elimination Chamber, and that's between Apollo Crews, Broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, and Finn for the final spot. We know Finn's going to probably win it. Mate, I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, who has impressed me the last couple of weeks is Apollo Crews. He's done all right in the ring.
Yeah, he's finally building up his character, which is cool. I think the whole Titus Worldwide thing has actually brought those 3 people were pretty much jobbers at this point.
It's actually working, to be fair. But like when it comes to sort of like the Roman Seth versus the Bar kind of thing, like it's pretty much near Seth's hometown. So you're thinking Seth and Roman are going to win because I think it'd be pretty cool for a few weeks having them as tag team champions, and then Jason Jordan comes out, and as soon as Jason Jordan came out, you know what was going to happen.
Yeah, he was going to get them disqualified. That's why I think the match is going to be at WrestleMania. And
Elimination Chamber.
What do you think is going to be at WrestleMania? You think Kurt Angle's going to strap on his boots and actually he won't be able to take on Jason because Jason is fucking injured, isn't he? which is sad, but it pretty much ruined a
Elimination
year build
Chamber
up.
ended. I think maybe Seth and Jason Jordan. Maybe I'm not sure.
Maybe, but
That's a WrestleMania match. If I'm Seth Rollins and they come up to me and like, your WrestleMania match this year is against Jason Jordan, I'm like, peace out.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you're fighting. You can just steal the show like quite easily.
No offense, right? But Seth's a big name player, and like, I think if he got Jason Jordan at WrestleMania this year,
Well, you just be like done. Well,
I'd be altered.
really. Fair enough. Fair enough. What else happened on Raw? Like I'm literally going blank because I barely watch it except for like
And
3-4
they obviously
matches.
had the main event, which was Elias, John Cena, and Braun Strowman to see who would be the last participant. Who comes out last in the Elimination Chamber, and Elias won.
Elias is
Yes.
impressive me, you know, like how much you liking this character. Like he's coming in last in the elimination chamber as well, so we're gonna be like he's gonna be singing the whole time. You know that's gonna happen.
So I think they'll probably start off with Roman and Braun at the beginning, and like Braun will just be dominating, and then
Braun, man,
It-
that character is getting fucking they're just losing with that character, man.
they need to be careful with Braun's character because like they're making him out to be fucking Superman, this, that, and the other. They need to like make sure that Braun, the wrestler, and who he is, comes out a bit more.
That'd be pretty cool. Yo, I want Braun to just do the shit. Like you see it sometimes, every once in a while, where Braun just does this like insane moves that someone his size should not be able to do. I want
Yeah.
him to do that more, like just fucking drop kicks from around the corner, jumps, and just shit like that. That's impressive. That makes me interested in the character.
I think Elimination Chamber will be interesting because we might potentially find out matches for WrestleMania because there's a scope for Braun and Triple H to have a match. So you never know. Triple H might come out and Elimination Chamber and do something. It's going to be interesting for that because then you kind of get a picture of what's going to happen at Mania.
Fucking Triple H and his 3 hour long entrances, man. His entrances go out. Oh fuck, I'm so done with those entrances. I love Triple H's entrances sometimes, but they take so long. They take so long, and you know it's gonna be even longer this year because
Fuck
WrestleMania is
no,
longer
you
this
talk
year.
about Undertaker's is like 5 minutes plus.
Yeah, or Triple H's one's like 20 days.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. Watch Triple H's last entrance.
Cool, because he came out with water and he basically spat on everyone. That was awesome. You just see him like he had that bottle of water. He'd look and he would like, then he would pour the water up in the air, and it was just like whoa.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
But let's get on to your favourite show, SmackDown, the Beat show.
It's more entertaining than Raw, because Raw is just boring. Alright, let's get on to SmackDown. So we start off SmackDown with Daniel Bryan, Shane.
Yes.
Yes, just
Yes.
complaining to each other again, and then AJ Styles comes out and complains, and then he demands to be ringside for the match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I love how these two storylines, I swear, they're not gonna stop until like WrestleMania. And I think you are right with the Shane McMahon versus Daniel Bryan, because they've just been building up for like a year now. It has to happen.
Want us to be like, you know what? Let's get the fans on our side for a bit. We're gonna try and go down that road, and then right at the end, we're gonna be like, no, Daniel Bryan can't wrestle.
Fuck that, man. Daniel Bryan needs to go join fucking, what is it called? Bullet Club.
Yeah. The rest of the WWE ring, right? He's not going to be doing half of the moves like he used to because obviously they're worried about concussions and stuff like that. So he's got to like come up with a new sort of
Yeah.
set there. It'll be interesting, but they're both like good sort of like Shane will bring the best out of Daniel and vice versa. But
No,
Yeah.
you know Shane just wants to jump off something really high. That's gonna happen. And then basically SmackDown just carries on from there. I'm not sure. Did you watch it or? So, anyways, so on SmackDown, um, we get to probably the best match of the night. It made me love these two even more than I already do. Bobby Roode versus what's his name? Rusev. Fuck. Admit it, Rusev is so unbelievably over right now. Like the chants were insane. Every 2 seconds all year is like Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day, and it was fucking amazing. The worst part of the match was like near the end where Bobby Roode puts on probably the most shitty looking spine buster I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, but other than that, I thought the match was goddamn amazing. What do you think of the match?
I want to start off the whole Rusev Day gimmick kind of thing.
Alright.
Okay. Now, this is a guy that came through NXT and had the most unbelievable debut year in the WWE when he first came in. Like, I think he was undefeated. God knows how long. Like, and yeah, he lost to John Cena at the end. But like, where did it go wrong for Rusev in that part of his career? Like, from being this guy with like pretty much unstoppable, he lost to John Cena, which is not a bad thing. And then it just went sour. Where did it go wrong from that perspective?
It's when he lost to John Cena, don't you know? Whenever you lose to John Cena, your career dies. That's it. That's the end of it.
It's like, okay, yeah, he's built this gimmick up of like Rusev Day, and it, it's potentially got to, it could be as big as the Yes Movement, but it's just like I kind of worry, like, what would happen next, if you know what I mean, with Rusev. Is there a plan B in place?
The United States champion, I think.
No, he needs to be the WWE champion.
Yeah, he needs to be. Yeah, I know, but right now he's in like the big
If you
title.
wanted to make fucking WrestleMania any better, I'll tell you something, I would be tempted. Even though AJ and Nakamura got their match, I'd have Rusev in there, because I think if that would just be like, you would have a great wrestling match, plus you would have Rusev. And I think people want him to be like, I'm just spitting balls out here, mate. Spitting balls.
Now, I don't think Rusev should be in the Shinsuke and AJ, because fuck, that match is gonna be amazing. Everyone knows that. But like Rusev, right now is going for the United States champion, which I think is good. But let's say after SummerSlam, I think he should go for the WWE champion, because he deserves it. He actually deserves it. The guy is so good. Like, he's amazing. But
yeah, but if they do that, here's the thing: are they going to do what they did with Bray Wyatt? Because Bray Wyatt came WWE champion, it was like, yeah, Bray's going to be champion. And then it was just like, meh.
I know, that was depressing. Hopefully they won't do it again, but WWE's track on just fucking up characters. They might actually do it again. But in Rusev versus fucking Bobby Roode match, and fucking RKO out of nowhere at the end. What the fuck? That threw me keen off. Like, he just came out. Huh?
He hit Rusev.
He hit Bobby Roode, and then he hit Aiden English, and then he hit Rusev, all RKOs, and he just stood there and just walked away. Randy Orton is just cool as fuck. Like, where did he even come from? I'm not joking. Like, the whole crowd here was pissed off because Rusev lost. They're like, Rusev should have won, blah, 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 yeah. And then he must have came under the ring or something, because the crowd exploded when Randy Orton just did that fucking RKO, literally out of nowhere. Like, he just appeared from fucking space or something.
It's like, what they do? What are they going to do with Randy Orton? Like, I think they don't know what to do with him at the minute. I think they're just using him, like, to, like, RKOs and that's it.
Well, just RKO PR nowhere.
It's like Ron Simmons. Yeah.
Damn.
God, I could do a better impression than you, man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn. There you go, I did a nice impression.
No, man. But anyway, it's like, what are they doing with Randy Orton in a minute? That's a good discussion. It's just like,
well, Randy's got like bare holidays right now, so they don't know what to do with him. I think after the holidays, they're gonna push him for like.
I think after his holiday, I think he'll be alright.
So
what? You Randy's personal PA now? Like, Randy's on holiday from this to say, yeah.
He's got bare holidays. Everyone knows it's Randy Orton's on holidays this year, so he can't be. He's taking breaks, man. He's chilling with his fam.
Uh, in the
But
Roman Reigns household, there's no days off, my friend.
there's no days off. That's why he looks like shit all the time.
I mean, shit.
Yes, it does. But onto the women, that the arguments were amazing. But onto the women's match, Charlotte versus what the fuck is her name again? You know, the Alexa Bliss looking girl.
Oh, the blondie one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a match. It existed. That is the only way I can put it. I don't know. It was such a weird match because it didn't. It was just meh. There was nothing impressive about it at all. I was like, the fuck, just put Ruby Riott in the ring because she's obviously clearly the best out of the three.
At the end of the day, like, we all know what's happening there. Like, Charlotte's gonna face fucking Ronda Rousey.
At Wrestle, not at Wrestle.
Yeah,
Maybe at
well,
WrestleMania.
but I'm surprised the blonde chick from NXT actually got promotion because like she was barely even using in NXT. Like, I know they needed like women to come up and stuff, but I don't think she's ready for it yet.
I think this is what happened. Yeah. Since like pretty much every woman in NXT right now is in like a huge inter storyline with the women's champion Ember Moon. Like all of them are pretty much in this storyline, pretty much, except for like a couple, which they didn't know what to do with them, so they were like, "Fuck it, you can go to the main roster." I actually think that's what happened. They were just like, fuck it, just go to the main roster."
The one that's the woman that's kind of stuck out for me is the one that the martial arts one. She stuck out for me as being a bit of a badass in the ring. Like she's done alright for themselves.
What the
Oh yeah,
Absolution girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige was there the other night.
Oh, yo, listen, every time I see that, I get sad.
I have a conspiracy.
Alright, go on.
I might be totally wrong here, right? You know, like, obviously, when Paige was out the WWE and stuff, and then she had her sex videos, which you can see on Pornhub, by the way. At www.pornhub.com.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, okay, I was saying. Like, I generally think, because they have not, the WWE have not said anything like, oh, Paige is retiring, this, that, and the other. It was a drop kick by Sasha Banks in like a non-live event. I generally think they've got a scope for making this a storyline, and I think that's what they're doing.
What, making this into a storyline?
Yeah, no, I generally think like she's got some time off at the minute, or there's something going on, but I think she'll get back in the ring. I think it's like kind of a little thing that tease us fans.
Hopefully it is, because Paige is really good. It's really sad for someone's like, what, 25 or something like that, to just retire
like,
so young.
If a retirement happens straight away, yeah, they're always on the WWE straight away, and they're like, oh, like Edge retired, it was straight away, Daniel Bryan. I generally think it's a storyline at the minute.
Hopefully there is. I'll be so happy if there was a storyline, because I'll mean Paige.
There'd be no way there'd be no way, right? If you were retired and stuff, there'd be no way you'd be allowed to back in that ring, because at the end of the day, if you still go in that ring, you're kind of liable. You know, something can happen. I just think they're going down. They're doing something with it. I might be totally wrong, but I looked at it the other day and I'm like, if you're injured, you got a bad neck injury, and you actually get in the ring right now, you could potentially slip and hurt yourself or whatever. So, you know, people, watch that space. Watch that space. I called it.
If it happens, then well played. That's the only thing I can say.
Mate, like I said, you know, like I should be in the WWE writing promos and stuff.
Fair enough. What was it? So what else happened in SmackDown? Oh, we had probably another good match. What's his name? Sami Zayn versus fucking Kevin Owens. And these two always produce like amazing match every time they're in the ring together.
This is the thing. Why do people hate on Raw so much and say that all they do is produce the same matches? How many fucking times have we seen Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn together?
But that's a fucking storyline. They're gonna fight for the rest of their lives. Like that's what's going on.
It's the land of opportunity.
Yeah, didn't you see the top 10s? And number 10. Oh god, that made me laugh. The top 10 wrestlers of the week. The fuck? Half of them didn't even wrestle last week. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, but you know what? SmackDown is weird right now. The tag team division is
Man,
going well.
what do you feel about them being compared as the best tag team on the planet at the minute?
Well,
Surprise.
the Usos,
Yeah.
they are not the best tag team on the planet.
I'd say they're in the top 3, easily.
Top 5, yeah, but not top. Listen, the best are the Young Bucks. Everyone knows this.
Young Bucks. They've even said that they would like to face like the New Day and stuff like that, because I think it was a Q&A back in the day, the Bullet Club, when like Adam Cole and Omega were all there together. They said that they would like to face the New Day.
Ah, that'd be cool.
Young Bucks and New Day are quite tight, you know, they're quite friendly and stuff. So
New Day.
when the fuck are they going to split the New Day up, man?
I think it's one of them tag teams that are never gonna split up. You know how like the Road Warriors never split up all the way.
Big E has got potential to be like, you know, a WWE champion, and it's like they need to sort that out. Hopefully,
I think they're
maybe that's the champion. That and Xavier Woods, he should just carry on with his fucking podcasts and his gaming thing.
Xavier Woods is actually quite good.
Maybe like a cruiserweight kind of thing.
You know what they should do? They should do how they did in Evolution. Each of them win like single champions, but they're still in a tag team. They're still like, you know, tag teams, but they're all single champions as well. That'll be elevated. So like Xavier Woods wins the cruiserweight champion, Kofi Kingston the United States, and Big E the WWE, and then there's still the tag team as well.
If anyone breaks that up, it'll be Big E, because he's the bomb.
Yeah, I think Big E is a sick heel, but the other two cannot be heels. They're just, you can't believe them as heels in the slightest. But Big E came into WWE as a heel, didn't he? So like you can believe it from him.
Oh yeah, by the way, I've got to put this out to the people. We are still 99 subscribers away from Ozzy doing the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, and 199 from you doing what again?
Roman Reigns.
Shut up. The gold dust. The gold dust. Gold dust.
Wait, I think personally, like to get extra female viewers into our podcast, I need to do Roman Reigns.
No, gold has to get the female viewers in.
Listen, I can understand if I could put face paint on, it'd be worth doing. But I can't do it, so I'm just going to be a typical white boy.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind.
Listen, boy. I do what I want, when I want.
Yeah, you gotta do the gold dust. If I'm doing the fucking Velveteen, you're doing the gold dust.
Because you fucking bumsuck Velveteen Dream every day.
Velveteen is just a good fucking wrestler, okay?
He's not. He couldn't even. We'll go to NXT now, okay? Right. When Velveteen Dream had his match with Cassius Ohno, a veteran, he's been around almost 20 years, but acts like he's been in the business, you know, a couple of months. He faced him, and two of his moves that he didn't pull off. Come on, as a wrestler, you trained 7 days a week for that. You know, he should be getting that shit right.
Yeah, that'll be... Yeah, but... At the same time, Velveteen Dream is the future of WWE, and you call me on this, next year, Velveteen Dream will come into Royal Rumble, and he won't win it, but he will last a long time. And then after that, he's going to SmackDown, and he's going to take over SmackDown.
He's gonna be like a Tyler Breeze kind of thing when Tyler Breeze come in, basically.
Oh fuck, Tyler Breeze, man. Tyler Breeze is so good. I can't believe they ruined his character, man.
Exactly. That's how That's how he is. Like they have the same kind of the swagger about this, that, and the other.
But no, they destroyed Tyler Breeze's character. Tyler Breeze in NXT was fucking amazing. And then, like, in WWE, they focus too much on that one bit of him, like his eccentric, kind of, like, campy look, instead of, like, everything else that he brought to the table, like his insane movement, his insane promos. And then they just ruined him from there. And I was like, fuck. The end, Tyler.
I'll be in the land of opportunity.
Well, WWE.
I tell you what, cruiserweight thing's looking a bit alright as well.
Yeah, Cedric Alexander's gonna win the The
Nah.
cruiserweight champion. He has to, man. He's been fighting for that shit since day
I'm
one.
sorry.
You know, on,
It's good, but like when you have the likes of Roderick Strong and Tyler Bate, and we still don't even know half of the people that are entering. I'm guessing Hurricane's going to be in there because he came back. I think they should have the Hurricane back. I like the Hurricane.
oh, fuck, that'll be pretty cool. But nah, Cedric has to win it. He has. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Cedric should win it because I swear that title's cast. Because just look at every single person who's won the cruiserweight champion.
I tell you what, I saw a good picture on Instagram the other day, like because obviously Rosie and Hurricane were tag team partners.
Yeah.
Like, there's a picture of Hurricane and Roman, obviously, like sort of having a hugging out backstage and stuff. It was quite a sort of like emotional picture because he was kind of like Roman was thanking Hurricane for like being there for Rosie and stuff. But
Alright, cool. I need to see that picture. That looks. It sounds quite interesting to see. But back to NXT. So tonight NXT is on. I'm gonna watch it. Obviously.
you got the undisputed era.
True. So who do you think is gonna win? Undisputed Era or Sanity?
Oh, fucking undisputed era, mate. Shall I tell you what?
Go on.
I still, even though Adam Cole's lost 2 matches against Aleister Black, I still think he'll get the NXT title before him because I think the undisputed era will be on like the main roster soon.
Yeah. True. Wow. They have fucking Shawn Michaels' son over here, Adam Cole.
Yeah, yeah. I genuinely thought that. Like, you look at Adam Cole. I'm not being disrespectful to Adam Cole. I love Adam Cole, but you look at him and think you need to go and speak to Shawn Michaels.
I know. I think he's a real dead mate. Like this, literally the same person. They act the same. They look the same. They fucking move the same. Everything about them is the same.
Oh yeah, but like, and I hopefully the undisputed ever go on Raw. Hopefully they do.
What?
There's no. They need to go on Raw. The undisputed era. They're that good.
But they'll just get lumped into the into fucking. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, to be honest, I would say yes because Raw does need tag teams in their tag team division because right now they've got like
at the end of the day, if you think about it, like the Bullet Club, right? Well, Balor Club.
Yeah.
Yes, Undisputed Era. They all have the Bullet Club kind of sort of. They've been around that kind of sort of environment.
Yeah.
So
and
you think
Adam Cole was in the Bullet Club as well, so imagine if they collapse together to create like the actual Bullet Club, like a massive 6-man people right there.
not even that. They can join forces. You imagine, like they can attack the Shield and stuff. That would be fucking amazing.
That would be amazing. They could do, you know how they tried to do the NXT thing when the NXT guys came in and just beat the shit out of everyone? They could do that with the Balor Club, but do it better this time without making John Cena kill all of them, pretty much.
Listen, Roman doesn't have that golden shovel. I think Roman kind of has the perception of like equal people, so I think he would do that.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. I would love to see that. And then in like our Survivor Series, you just see like Balor Club versus WWE. That would be fucking amazing. Oh my god, that'd be so good. I would love it.
The Raw after WrestleMania, I so hope Adam Cole comes out with the Undisputed Era.
Well, just see he is like Adam Cole, baby. Oh, that would be fucking cool, man.
But yeah, I don't think there's no point putting them on SmackDown, to be fair.
Nah, if they go with like the storyline, like which we just discussed, that'd be so fucking cool. But otherwise, I don't know.
I don't think. I think for the time being, the Shield need to be kind of together and sort of they need to have that proximity still. Like even if they're not like working together, they still need to be like backstage and stuff. And like when like these. If like Undisputed Era came in, you could have a scope where like I don't know, maybe Seth's walking down the corridor one day, and then obviously like Adam Cole would beat the shit out of him. They can do so much with that.
That is true.
No offense, but if you put the Undisputed Era with the Shield and the Bullet Club, they're all going to work well together, and it's going to make it interesting. And
yeah, it would be cool, but like
you told me to watch a promo with Finn in the New Japan Wrestling,
Yeah.
it was shockingly bad.
What the fuck? That's when he created the Bullet Club.
I watched the episode where the Young Bucks came into, I think it was Ring of Honor, like the first debut kind of thing.
Yeah.
And literally, I'll tell you what, Finn looks like proper fat in the face. He looks like a bit of a chav.
It looks like a chap. You watched a promo where he created the Bullet Club and just destroyed Okada?
Listen, Finn Balor, right, has everything going for him. He has the fans. He could be bigger than John Cena was, because John always had that boo, yeah, kind of thing. Finn Balor potentially could have the fans in the palm of his hands, and he could have been the face of the company. But he has to sort of work on. He's missing something.
You all keep saying that he's missing something, but what? What is he missing? He's got everything.
You watch something, you watch his promos, and it's just like.
Listen, there's a reason why Finn Balor AJ Styles' match last year was 4.5 stars match, because Finn is just fucking like, when you put two people that are amazing together, they produce a fucking fantastic match. And Finn can just produce a good match every time he's in the ring. But apparently he's missing something, but we don't know what.
Okay, listen, Vince is not a stupid person. Like,
yes,
Okay. At the end of the day, he probably didn't want Daniel Bryan to be like have that big heat, because obviously Daniel Bryan's a small guy. He noticed that he was getting so much heat and this, that, and the other, and he pushed him. Vince is not stupid.
Of course, he'll push someone if like.
The thing that Finn did wrong, in my opinion, they must have had words or something. But then Finn went on social media and was like, "Because I'm not over. Because I'm not over. Because I'm not over."
Finn is over. Like,
mocking Vince McMahon for like someone coming up to you like, "Finn, you need to work on something. You're missing something. Your wrestling skills are amazing. You know the crowd love you. Just go and find something." We don't take it as a negative. I think Finn took that as a negative. It was just like,
I would as well. Imagine, yeah, if I got a fucking insane pop like what Finn gets like every time he comes out and every time he's in the ring, and someone tells me I'm missing something. The fuck am I missing?
He's missing. I generally see that when he's talking and stuff. It's just like there's nothing that's going to get me off my feet and be like, "Hey, check out Finn." Finn needs to do a pipe
bomb on like WWE.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking
One day,
amazing.
When he's lost his match again at someone, when he's lost another opportunity, he needs to like let the frustration go. That's the CM Punk, which we will be doing a podcast eventually one day.
Right, yeah, true. That'd be pretty cool.
And Mr. Enzo Amore and how we fucked up his career.
Yeah.
Oh god, we could have a massive Bible right in front of us, and we could probably go through every page of what fucking Enzo did wrong.
Yeah, but I would still. Listen, I don't even want to start on that. I'm just gonna say one thing.
He didn't do it!
He didn't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it right now. He didn't do it. I am 100% convinced now that he just didn't do it. But you know what?
But like I said last week, mate, for the fame and fortune that he's got over the last few months, and the girl that came out and said it, fucking hell, he needed to go to Specsavers.
True, but I don't know why he was thinking sleeping with her.
Have you seen that thing on Instagram? Have you ever heard of the footballer Dele Alli?
No.
He plays for
No.
Oh, he's a famous footballer, but literally, it's been leaked on Instagram. Like he's sitting there with his phone out, his mate's recorded, and like he's getting blown off, and it's all over like Instagram. It's fucking amazing.
Why he's getting blown off?
Yeah.
Really?
I was at work yesterday, and they were like, "Oh, you're into your football," and I was like, "Yeah," and it was like, "Oh, what's this Dele Alli's doing?" And he's getting sucked off. Check it out, man.
Dele Alli, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll say it might be fucking cool.
That's something for your wank bag later, mate.
Why would that be my wank bag?
Yeah.
Shit. Alright, I think that's let's go with something else said. Defiant Wrestling in WWE, in England is doing amazing. I just want to add that in. Defiant Wrestling. You know, WCPW.
Who's doing what?
Defiant Wrestling is doing amazing at the moment with the pretty much everything they're doing, and I think that could be the next huge promotion in England.
Uh,
Um,
realization in a minute. I think wrestling in a whole works like on a 1 year cycle, and I think everyone's coming to like the end bit in a minute. And this is like a perfect time for like every promotion now that I've been like through the year working. I think it's a fresh start. It's coming to that bit where you have that fresh bit of paper. I think they just need to work the magic and make wrestling fucking the bomb next year. It's like WWE can potentially got the chance to do it next year. Hopefully they will. Like NXT has been good and solid throughout. You know, New Japan Wrestling is growing because of like some Chris Jericho coming in. You know, Kenny Omega. So just in generalization, wrestling has the chance to be like really good for next year. So it's optimistic.
yeah, that would be pretty cool. Still, if it gets to like the old style era, like where everyone just loved wrestling, that'd be amazing. But it's gonna take something really, really huge for that to happen.
It's like you constantly hear CM Punk rumors. I think because obviously, I think CM Punk's going to be doing his MMA fight in Chicago in the next. Well, that's his next fight because that's what he posted. So I think if he loses that, I think he'll go back to wrestling in some capacity.
Yeah. Hopefully he does win it because I think CM Punk does deserve it. Like he's working so hard for MMA. It's not easy. MMA is not easy in the
What did you
slightest.
say last week about CM Punk? Or we should have gone into like developmental.
Well, yeah, you should. I'm still sticking by that. You should have gone into development like in Class B MMA instead of like going straight to UFC. Man, it's just it was the
I
wrong
noticed we
timing.
haven't used our Twitter account yet. I might go on our Twitter account later on and be like, my boy Ozzy, this is against CM Punk. I'm going to send my boy Ozzy said you should have gone to developmental.
It's nothing better than CM Punk. I am one of the biggest
Oh,
CM
I
Punk
will say
supporters
by the
ever.
end, I love your work and I think you're amazing.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with it. I stuck up for you.
Shut up, man. You dick.
I know-
I'm CM Punk match, okay? I am a CM Punk day oneer. Listen, I've loved CM Punk since fucking indie days.
I'll be brutally honest, right? And I when I first saw CM Punk, I was just like, meh, you know. But you like when it started leading up to sort of him and his contract negotiation, man, I was like hooked. Like,
Nah, I love CM Punk from the beginning. Everything he did would just turn into gold. Like he was just too good. But then,
oh
like,
yeah, he's better. He's the best guy doing promo work. He's better than Cena. He makes Cena look like a bitch. Like when them two together.
in fact, he's better than The Rock, and The Rock is like
They're
really
two
good.
different. They're two kind of different people on the mic. Rock's kind of more jokey, and Rock pulls that off. But Punk, man, for like dissing people, they're two kind of different people.
True. But anyways,
Like, yeah. But anyway, I know you want to get off now, mate.
no, it's not that.
Anyway,
I was gonna
I-
add on that watch out for the thing. What's it called? Kenny Omega versus what's his name? Kenny Omega versus Cody at Ring of Honor on WrestleMania weekend. I think that's gonna they're gonna outview
You know what
NXT.
You know why they've done that?
Huh?
And like, it's obviously WrestleMania weekend, so they're like, you know what? We're gonna try and like make Ring of Honor as good, or as, you know, try and make it, you know.
Yeah, everyone's gotta be watching that match. That match is gotta be. It's straight after NXT. Like literally, like I think like half an hour after NXT.
What's that like going to be on like YouTube?
It's on the Ring of Honor website.
Oh,
it's
so like you can watch it off like Ring of Honor then.
yeah, yeah. And it's gotta be. Oh, it's gotta be fucking amazing. I can't
Nah.
wait for that. You know it's
Oh,
gotta be
that's like-
amazing. This is Kenny fucking Omega.
I'm not disputing the guy is awesome.
Yeah,
I hope KMA comes in the WWE one day.
I hope he
I
does
hope-
it.
The Young Bucks and all that. I doubt they will, because obviously the suit they won't get sued by the WWE.
Oh, the WWE does have. I never got that. Speaking of that, let me just quickly mention here. I never got like why WWE even put a cease and desist. You can't fucking sue them for using a hand sign. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. What if I use a peace sign? Whoever owns, you can't even own a hand sign, can you? I'm sure like there's no legal ground they could even stand on if they.
Right, if you go into funny laws in the UK, there are some funny shit. Like, I kid you not, if your missus is sitting on a toilet and eating chocolate, it's against the law.
What the fuck? How would they know though?
If you, I can't remember where it is, but somewhere in the UK, at 12 o'clock at night, you can shoot a Welshman with a spear and arrow, and it's against the law, not against the law in the UK.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, obviously you'd get done for manslaughter now, but have a look at city laws and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Oh shit, I need
I
to
found
look
out when I was
into
doing
this.
my course.
I might have to do a fucking video on that shit. That sounds amazing.
Honestly, look it up. I found out when I did my course. Like, kid you not, my tutor was like fucking action, man. The
No.
amount of shit. But I will get off topic now. But anyway.
That's all I want to mention. Everyone's thing, yeah. Cody and Kenny Omega, which I'm gonna be fucking gonna be so hyped for. It's gonna be so good. And then
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to check our Instagram page out, Wrestling Big Mouths. Our link to our YouTube page is there as well. Give us a like and subscribe. Because remember, by liking and subscribing, we're getting that further way, well, closer to that milestone where we see Mr. Ozzy, aka Panda, doing the Velveteen Dream entrance, which is going to look like a gay porno.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out our Twitter as well, which is another. It's gonna be in the link below. Which is just Wrestling Big Mouth again. Everything is pretty much Wrestling Big Mouth.
Anyway, like I said, like and subscribe. Tell your friends, your family, your dogs about this podcast. You know,
Dear
this
dogs.
podcast is uncensored. You know, like without you guys listening and telling us what you want, we don't know what you want. So you know, give us something to work on. And yeah, if you listen to it, I'm blessed and peace. So peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.